Hey everyone, Joshua here, and welcome back to a new Hey Arnold episode review. And if you lost fun, go and check it out. And we're back with the next 2 episodes of Season 5 of Hey Arnold. And we got quite some interesting ones here. Yeah, we start with the first one, which, I like the whole arm wrestling concept, but I really hated Sid and Stinky in this episode. Again, they just show of how they're the worst. They're pretty much reminding of how much they are hated, like on Arnold Betrays Iggy, kind of hating of how horrible characters that Sid and Stinky are. And it starts with them arm wrestling Harold, and he manages to win, and he thinks he's the arm wrestling king, and Patty comes over, and she's actually going to be entering the arm wrestling competition as well, that Harold also is going to be competing, which they're going to be arm wrestling, which they do, and Harold gets embarrassed because he got beaten by Big Patty, and Arnold sees Harold just hiding, and of course, Sid and Stinky coming over, making fun of Harold for getting beaten by Big Patty, getting beaten by a girl. And Arnold helping Harold train for the competition, doing all these different things, helping him get prepared. And Big Patty tried to call Harold to apologize for embarrassing him, but he wants a rematch, and he gets beaten again, and Sid and Stinky continuing to make fun of Harold, even in the man's bathroom, and they're like calling him a girl, and just being awful characters, and even finding this thing on the floor, thinking it's lip gloss, and saying, continuing to make fun of Harold. Again, it's just not funny, though. Sid and Stinky are not. They just really show how bad of characters they are. And, Harold just begging, crying like a little kid, as well, begging Big Patty to lose on purpose for him to, just so he won't get made fun of anymore. But of course he's not going to do that. But she will help Harold with some of her techniques. And it does not do so well at first. It doesn't go so well at first. But eventually they do end up doing it. Harold does end up doing it, and it seems like Harold did not learn anything, because him saying that I could not being beaten by a girl, again, just seems like he just did not learn anything about what Big Patty was teaching him. And then when it comes to the contest, we see them ready for the arm wrestling, and he manages to win. And now it is Big Patty versus Harold. And of course, Sid and Stinky being jerks, dirtbags again, while holding this lipstick at Harold. And Harold actually telling Big Patty that he's been thinking of what she said, and he's not going to be embarrassed if he doesn't win. And wishes Patty the best. And they start to arm wrestle, and Big Patty wins. And please do something. Like, at this point, I really want to see Harold beat the living snot out of these two for them making fun of Harold. And he says if anybody has a big problem with that, and grabs them and slams them together. grabs Sid and Stinky and slams them together. Thank you. Thank you, Harold. I've just been waiting for Harold to do something like this. Do something to these two. Of how aggravating they are. And yeah, he slams them at each other, knocking them out. Thank you. And of course, they get out of there. Big Patty and Harold. Like, thank you, Harold, for doing something with those two. They just really aggravate me. And then we go to the next episode, and it is another good one. It's a good episode, and it starts with Phil just being something on yelling at this hockey game, and yeah, we see this hockey guy getting knocked out, and Arnold manages to save this rich guy's life. Yeah, he's actually a rich guy that Arnold managed to save because the hockey puck was flying straight to that rich guy's face, but Arnold managed to raise his finger glove, right to stop the hockey puck from saving him. And he actually wants to thank Arnold for saving his life. And yeah, they take him to dinner, and he's really nice for being a rich guy. He's a really nice guy. Yeah, Phil and Arnold enjoy of his time, of his company, and Arnold getting back from school, and yeah, Phil and the rich guy that they made friends with saying of how they're going to be going to Dinoland, and apparently their new friend, he owns Dinoland, which I'm not actually surprised at, especially since he's rich and we see him having tons of fun. I wouldn't be surprised that he actually is the one that owns Dinoland. And yeah, they go to his house, which is absolutely huge. And even having an own bowling area, like, you know you're rich when you have something like that. And even this pole you can go down, which then we see Alan, his son, that Arnold gets introduced to. And yeah, it doesn't seem like Alan and his dad seem to have much, in common. And we could see that Alan is quite a photographer and likes different arts and stuff, and that's actually quite impressive. And Arnold just trying to figure out how he can get Alan and his dad, to have something in common. And yeah, they're gonna be going out, the three of them, to have some time. Alan, his dad, and Arnold. And yeah, they try to do basketball, but it doesn't work out. And then this play or something, which Alan seems to like, but Alan's dad seems to be watching football. And they try to go to baseball, but Alan doesn't seem to enjoy it, which, yeah, he's just not so sure why Alan wouldn't be interested in something like this. And yeah, Arnold seems to have more ideas of how to get the two to have something in common. And then after they're playing this game, Arnold actually sees these pictures of the baseball game that they went to, and showing Alan's dad, and he actually appreciates and really loves the pictures, and actually wants to be shown how to take pictures like his son. So yeah, they finally have something in common. And how he said that he found the baseball not to be interesting at first, but then it came to the realization of it. But yeah, it ends very well. And then we see that robot just coming to the boarding house. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know down below. And catch you on the next one.